Hello and welcome. So you may or may not have seen my video closer to Christmas time that's just gone, and it was Forza 5, and it was kind of a bit of a rushed video. I just wanted to fit a video in at the time because the Top Gear special was on and there was only like half an hour. Oops, before that was about to begin. Quick rewind there, not paying attention to the racing line. So yeah, at that time I'd only played about 10 minutes of the game before I actually recorded that video, and the video was about 25 minutes long possibly, I don't exactly remember. So yeah, roughly probably only put about 35 minutes into the game at that point. Well, by the end of that video, should I say. So yeah, I just thought I'd do another video. I've put probably a couple of hours more into the game, so I have developed sort of more of a stance and opinion on it. So yeah, as you can see, I've worked my way up, completed some championships and earned myself a Ferrari 430 Scuderia, which I'm failing hopelessly to actually get around the track. Yeah, I've not been this bad when I've been playing, when I've not been recording video. Multitasking, it's hard. So yeah, now I have a car that's much more exciting to drive, although it is allegedly not competitive in this championship due to its class, which just goes to show that you can obviously fall on a winning combination of tune and car and sort of tune level for certain championships, because this car just wipes the floor with every other car in this championship. And I was playing with my BMW M135i that I had in the first video. I pretty much believe that was the first car that I bought in the game. I think I only owned this 430 and the M135i. Yeah, that's I didn't bother tuning it or anything, and it was very much, you know, it wasn't the most exciting car to drive, and the game felt really kind of serious. But now I've managed to get this 430, tuned it up. I've not bothered going for four-wheel drive or the 6-litre engine conversion that you can do. I wanted, you know, a decent sort of racing machine. I think it's pretty lazy of the developers to just put a 6-litre V8 or whatever it is engine option on each car as a conversion option. Yeah, it just says that we couldn't be bothered to sort out like specific versions. I mean, there are some, like I noticed with the BMWs you can put a V10 engine in, which is the old M5 engine and things like that. But again, you could also just whack a 6-litre V8 in, so I think that's kind of a bit cringeworthy, because within reason not every car really would take very well to a 6-litre V8. I assume that's basically a big block Chevy V8. So yeah, the game has the bloody, I'll just have to pause it there. That's the HDMI to my TV, cutting out, it does that every so often. Yeah, the graphics on the game, I mean, I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 2, and at first kind of, say if you play both games for about 15 minutes each, the first impressions of the games would be that they're very similar. You'd think that Forza Horizon 2 is basically Forza 5 on an island, But once you actually put some hours into Forza Horizon 2 and then come back to Forza 5, you realise it's a very different beast. I mean, Forza Horizon 2 is very flamboyant. You chuck the back end out, drifting, changing your drifts from left to right, burnouts, and all of that stuff. I mean, visually they're very similar. Well, bloody grass bringing me to a halt there. I mean, I'm assuming that they basically recycled a lot of the car models from Forza 5 for that game, and Forza 5, you know, has the same excellent lighting. I mean, I'm talking obviously retrospectively here, and the reason why I'm, you know, well, the only reason why I should say that I'm retrospectively talking about Forza Horizon 5. Oh god, I'm creating my own hybrid games here. The only reason I'm retrospectively talking about Forza Horizon 2 isn't because it came out before this game, but because I put a lot of hours into it before I, you know, have put some time in this weekend really into this game. So yeah, after spending a lot of time on that game and jumping into this game, I can see that this game is, you know, more rooted in simulation. There are, you know, the car modification, the tuning options are very similar, if not the same, but clearly there have been you know, alterations to the actual kind of physics engine, if you will. So yeah, overall, enjoying this game. It's not quite as mental as Forza Horizon 2, but I guess after a bit the kind of razzmatazz of Forza Horizon 2 with its announcer and all that stuff could kind of start to grind on you. So if you've not given Forza 5 a go yet, then I can definitely recommend it. Feels a bit more kind of simulation to me than Forza 4. Of course, it still has all of the kind of Top Gear elements that Forza 4 had. The crowd looks very stiff and wooden there, and the cars do look very nice. You can see I'm driver level 9 now, and every time I seem to get promoted I get £35,000 to spend on utter shit. So we shall continue to the next racetrack, and yeah, it is refreshing to actually play on racetracks rather than roads. Because one thing that was kind of annoying in Forza Horizon 2 was that you could do like massive skill chain combos, because you earn points for drifting, and then you start to combo up, you get ×2, ×3, eventually you unlock a perk and you can get ×6, as you know, and that's the maximum. And I did actually manage to do a 200,000 point skill chain, but one thing that did annoy me about that whole little system was you'd be having a good skill chain, and then you would have to sort of slow down and not actually do anything to add any more points to that chain, so it'd kind of cool off and then it'd actually bank the points. And a lot of the time when I was doing that, kind of slowing down to bank points, you'd just get rear-ended by traffic, and it's just like, seriously? So yeah, there didn't really seem to be, there was quite a bit of luck involved in that system, and then when you actually unlock all of the perks, there's no point to that skill point kind of system. So yeah, that was a feature that I really liked in that game. Kind of reminds you of the kudos in Project Gotham, and also MSR, the spiritual predecessor on the Dreamcast. Yeah, but once you actually unlocked all the perks, it just told you what score you got for each kind of chain, and then there was no point to it. Whereas I think that they could have like added some sort of prestige system like they have in Call of Duty. I know it might sound stupid, and it might sound like I just play too much Call of Duty coming out with a statement like that. But kind of the game just seems to come to a halt when basically you 100% complete one aspect of the game, and then that game is part of the game is irrelevant, because I was having so much fun just driving like an absolute bellend in that game, because I was being rewarded for it. And once they kind of took away the reward for driving like a bellend, I just found that I was just trying to get from A to B. There was a bit more tedium to sort of road journeys, and also there was a fast travel perk that you unlocked towards the end that meant you didn't even have to drive. You just paid 10,000 credits and you could basically teleport to anywhere on the map. So whilst that is a great game, the impact of it, the initial impact of wow, this game is crazy, mental, awesome, fades as soon as you see the credits roll. Still a great game, still lots to do on it, mental cars to build. I mean, I like the way that you can build a car that's completely useless, like an utterly mental rear wheel drive car that just does not go around corners, but it drifts left to right on a fucking straight road. So yeah, this game, getting actually back to this game, it's a lot more serious, and like I say, it's refreshing to just focus on the actual racing and actually building a car to go as fast as possible, rather than building a car to just drive around in a cloud of smoke everywhere and get maximum skill points. Although it can do a bit of sideways. Oh yeah. Obviously we have in this game, we have all the telemetry that you can access. It's telling us how much power we're using there, how many RPMs we're bashing out, how many pounds-feet of torque we're rocking, all sorts of useless information. Maybe you could put it all into a spreadsheet and analyse what the maximum tune would be, and then take it online and decimate everybody. I don't know. So yeah, you got that's another added depth that you've got in this game, and you select all them options with the D-pad. You'll be familiar with that if you've played the other Forza games. I'm not sure whether the first Forza had that or the second one. It probably did, but I know that the third and fourth games have had that sort of telemetry feature. In this game, it tells you you've got these rivals. It's basically just people who are near you on the online leaderboards, I think, and it does rank you with your kind of lap time on the world leaderboards after every race. The best I've done is about 46,000th, and I don't know whether that is literally 46,000th or there's just 46,000. Well, not 46,000, but at 46,000th, there's there's like 50,000 people on the same score as me, if you know what I mean. Similar as to how I imagine COD leaderboards work. We've got some nice meaty engine sounds in this game. I did turn off the in-game music, and it wasn't because I was afraid of getting copyright claims against the video. It was because it was just fucking absolute dross, the audio in this game. It was like they had a set budget for the year for music, and they decided to put like all of the decent music in Forza Horizon 2. And then this, well, I guess this game came out the year before, but you know, tax years, whatever. Don't pick me up on the details. Yeah, basically this game has like this melodramatic kind of no expense actually spent Halo battle scene fucking music, just like fucking war drums or some shit. It's terrible. And it was just kind of drowning out the nice engine noises, so I basically turned it off. I also turned off the controller vibration. I'm not a fan of vibration on controllers, to be honest. It annoys me. I think I would actually prefer it if it didn't show you cars with your car with damage at the end of the race, because I think that the damage looks kind of detracts from the visuals. It looks pretty low rent compared to the actual 3D models of the car that they're kind of plastered all over. And there you go, number 139377 in the world. I'm the man. Obviously you got to assume that the people towards the top of the leaderboard are like insane cars. I mean, I'm sure I'd be number one in the world if I had the car for it. You know what I mean? Because I'm the bollocks. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely recommend this game. If you're after simulation, it's what you want to go for on these current gen systems. You know, if you like games like Gran Turismo, you'll like this. Obviously, if you like Forza, you'll like this. PS4 wise, you know, they've got nothing like this so far, so it's definitely a bonus for the system. I wouldn't get a system alone for playing this game, an Xbox One system, but with the other exclusive games, I mean this and Forza Horizon 2, the system, you know, is killing it really for racing games. All you need is this and Horizon 2. I mean, Drive Club, whilst it is a solid arcade racer and I like it because it is different, has nice graphics, it's simply not quite to the standard that Forza 5 and Forza Horizon 2 are at the minute. So I'm just gonna carry on playing, and you can either skip on off and find another video, or just enjoy the footage. Oops, a rewind there. And I shall play in first person mode just for a bit of variation. And look, the rear view mirror and wing mirror work, which is nice.